Hi, welcome back to Gat's Country Kitchen. Tonight we're just going to whip up a quick, wonderful chili that really anyone can make. You can teach your children to make this and boy, they could have it ready for you when you got in from work. But we're just going to do this quick recipe. It takes like 8 ingredients and it does not take no time at all to make it, and it is really, really good. Now you can spice it up however you like by adding some hot sauce or what have you, but I'm going to give you this one. It has a really good taste. It's got a little bit of heat, not much. Most everybody will be able to eat it and have no problem. All right, to begin with, I have 1 onion, 1 orange bell pepper. You can use whatever color you like. I prefer either red or yellow or orange, but you could have whichever one that you prefer or you have on hand. We have some chili beans. One of them is a pinto bean and one of them is a kidney bean. We have 1 can of fire roasted diced tomatoes and 1 can of Rotel that is the chili fixin. It already has seasonings in it, and that's what makes this chili be able to be prepared without having to get a lot of spices put in it. I have here also, this is just a blend that you can get. It's got your salt, your pepper, and garlic in it, and it's just a really good flavor that I like a lot. This in our recipe today is a plant-based ground beef. It makes cooking up meals really quick and simple. We use this also in our quick spaghetti recipe. But if you want to use ground beef or a gluten-free type product, very simple, just change that out. That's all you have to do. This recipe is the same except for if you wanted to change that one thing. But this makes it very simple because I open the bag and I pour it in and it's ready. Okay, so let's get going here. I've peeled the onions and washed it. I'm going to place the onions in my chopper. Now you can easily dice this onion yourself. I just use my chopper because it makes quick work of getting your dicing done. And I'm going to put my bell pepper in. This one's a little big, so I'm going to just go ahead and cut it into 4 parts and just smack that thing. And it is chopping it up for us. See how quick and easy that is. All right. Now, right here we have our bell peppers and our onions that is going to go in our chili. We're going to get rid of our paper plate there. I like to just cut things up on a paper plate because you can just throw it away and cleanup is done on it. So a little bit of avocado oil in the bottom of the pan, about a tablespoon will be fine. And I'm going to cut it on a medium-high heat right now. Actually, I'm going to go to high for a moment while I'm getting the pan good and hot. And then all we're going to do is let this get hot a second and put our peppers and onions in there. Saute them a minute, and we'll go ahead and get our packages open here. I'm just going to use a pair of scissors because I'm going to use this whole bag. So when you're coming in from work and you're tired and you need a quick meal, this one is so fast to do. It does not take no time, as you will see. You can have it ready to eat here in about 15 minutes. But if you have some leftovers, put you some potatoes in your air fryer oven or regular oven for about 45 minutes and wrapped in some foil, and I'll show you a video on that. And just bake those potatoes up. You can do some chili and cheese and all that on top of them potatoes. And boy, that's a meal in itself, or it can be your lunch for the next day. Use the leftovers for hot dogs and make chili dogs. There's just, many things you can do. One thing I love is chili nachos. And you take the nacho cheese sauce, your chili, some sour cream, chives, put them over the top of your favorite tortilla chips. And see, those are all quick, easy meals that you can do. Okay, it's nice and ready for us to put our peppers and onions in. We just want a little bit of heat on there to get these cooking. And all you have to do is just let them get soft. Okay, we're going to stir them in that little bit of oil. Let them start cooking. I'm going to go ahead and take my blend of Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic. And I'm going to get about a teaspoon and sprinkle that in. And what I always like to do is go a little bit easy on my spices until I get to almost completely done with the meal, and then just take a little bitty bite of it and make sure, because you can always put more in, but you can't take it out. So it's very important to not over salt, overheat up your foods, and without knowing exactly where you're at with that. As you can see here, my onions, you see they start turning a translucent color. That's what we want. We just want them to be getting softened up. You want your chili to have a little texture to it and not just be mush. It just makes a much better chili. Okay? Alright. Once you get those cooking, we're going to go ahead and add in our chili fixin, Rotel. And just get all the nice seasonings and all out of the can. We're going to add in our diced tomatoes. I prefer the fire roasted, as I explained to you in our spaghetti quick spaghetti video. The fire roasted just adds another level of flavor that you can easily get into your food. And so we're gonna get those mixed in here and let them start cooking. And I am cooking this up on a high. Okay. We let that just get to going here. And as it starts bubbling and I see that everything is blended together nicely, once it gets good and hot here, we're going to go ahead and add our crumbles in and let these just soak in the flavor, because that's what's going to make this chili just really good. And as you can see in the pot here, we've got all these juices coming together from the peppers, the onions, the seasonings, and the tomatoes. So we've got a lot of good juices in there that when we put our crumbles in and let them heat up a little bit, it's going to start all coming together. And all this is flavoring each other. Cooking is fun. You can do so much with all the different seasonings and flavors, and with peppers and onions especially. There's just so many meals that you can prepare with them, and they're good for you. And tomatoes, if you like tomatoes, then there's just so much you can do with that. As you see, it does not take long for those crumbles to start warming up, getting soft. We're going to cook some of that, where the frozen liquid's off of it. Okay. Now we're going to add in our chili beans. And mind you, with this, I'm going to have you some recipes on here, some videos, where I show you how to make all of this from scratch. But if you're needing something quick and you need to get some food out and you've had you a hard work day, you're ready to get in there, get the family fed, and be able to rest for the next day, well, this is one of those meals. You know, I'm not saying that this one is from scratch, but this is still a healthier, good meal, better than fast food that you can get. And it's easy to fix. And like I said earlier, you know, if you have some children who are old enough to help you out, boy, they could get in there with this recipe, and very easy for them to help fix supper and have it ready. I personally like a kidney bean in my chili. I love the texture it gives. Pinto beans a lot of times are very soft, and the kidney bean holds a little more texture. And it just gives that mouth feel that is so good. Now looky here. We have all of our ingredients in this pot. And boy, it's coming together. It smells great. And you know, when you get to this point and everything's heating up, give it a taste. See if it needs a little more of the salt, pepper, and garlic. See if it needs any added heat for your style and your family. And it adds a little hot sauce to it. Some Cholula hot sauce or the honey hot sauce. There's so many different kinds that are so good that you can add. But we're going to let this just simmer here for just a minute. And guess what? Supper's done. This is it. Now, while we're letting this heat up, I want to show you, whenever you go to put this in your bowl, one thing I like to do, I love these Simply tortilla chips. They have avocado oil, which is your healthier oil. If you don't know about avocado oil, it's just now gaining popularity. This oil here, avocados have a fat in them that actually helps your body to burn fat. So it's actually a healthier oil for that reason. And I love cooking with it because it does not leave a bad aftertaste or have any added flavors that you don't want to your food. But these chips have that. They're cooked in that. Really good. Now, if you need gluten-free, these rice chips or these chips, both are gluten-free. If you want a nice cracker, you have these. I like to use the oyster crackers. And always in my bowl of chili, I like to sprinkle a little cheese on top. And see, this is hot. That's all you've got to do. You just got to get it hot because you use those crumbles. They are a plant-based crumble. That is a good brand. It does not have all the yucky chemicals and things in it that a lot of plant-based products can have in it, and other products just in general. It's a very good brand. So once this gets real nice and hot, all we have to do is to be able to take our cups, and I'll just show you how I like to make it. Look at this. Look at that, how nice that looks. See the colors? You have it all going for it right here. And this makes a nice sized pot to feed a family right here. And you can take that, put a little bit of cheese on top. Just sprinkle a little cheese on top and have you a few chips with it. I like to just crunch them up a little bit on top and just take a couple of chips and just break them up on top. And you have a nice, wonderful meal ready for your family. See, this is all done. All done. Quick, simple, easy, and now, guess what? All right, come and get it. It's all done for you. I thank you so much for being here with us today. And I hope this recipe just makes your life a little bit easier and brings some enjoyment, some talk around the table, and just some good times and memories. I hope that y'all can enjoy this and be able to just really um, take these quick meals and use them for your benefit. That's why we're doing this channel. I have two things that I love to share, and I love cooking and I love sharing God. And I just pray that today, that as you're sitting around the table, you take a moment to just acknowledge God's blessings. Make it a habit to just encourage your children, your family, and just you by yourself, just to take a moment to reflect on all the many blessings that you have in your life and be so thankful, because that is the seed that allows God to keep blessing you more. And I pray that you will like and subscribe and hit that notification bell and be able to join us on many more videos. If you have something you'd like for me to fix and maybe convert your recipes, an old recipe that your family may have in been handed down, but you have some health issues and maybe you need it gluten-free or you need it vegan or what have you, just shoot me a comment, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you work on that. Thank you so much, and God bless you.